So, I thought it might be kind of fun to run a test for the Fraps because I have never used it before. So I just made a test account here, as you'll see shortly, just to kind of test and see how Fraps works and how it, looks on my finished videos, and, just try to get a little more comfortable with it before I start actually making videos seriously with it. After all, shouldn't you always know the canvas you're painting on? So, I just, was not very creative. I just randomly went to a race and kind of, just did whatever. And then, as you'll see, the starting screen is different from the usual. That's because I use a mod that is called Live Another Life. And it's a really cool mod. It allows you to choose something besides the, opening that you start with originally. Whenever I do my, walkthrough thing, I probably will go with the original opening, just because it's easier that way. And that way those people who aren't familiar with Skyrim might be able to get a feel for it. But as you can see here, I chose to go ahead and own property in one of the holds, which is a very cool option. I did choose Proudspire Manor, and there I did show that you can't open that door. I mean, you probably could go into console commands and force it to open or clip through the door, but just kind of giving, if you wanted to read the text that pops up, that's what shows up when you open up Live Another Life. And it's loading, and yeah, it did that for some reason. I swear it never does that to me. But this one time, the first time I start recording it, it actually does that to me. It decides, hey, let's screw up a little bit. So I should show up here in Proudspire Manor in a moment. As you can see, the house has everything you could want. I did not go upstairs to see if it comes, because it comes fully furnished. Basically, it acts as if you had done all those quests without actually having to do those quests. Which I know is kind of cheating, but, as somebody who did get tired of going through the same opening over and over again every time I wanted to create a character, I thought it might be nice to have something new. So I found that mod, and I've had it ever since, and I love it. And, so yeah, I went out here because in Solitude, when you first show up in Solitude, yes, I went out the door onto the porch, and there's the character, Test. At least I didn't name him Testes. Yeah. We're all real mature, classy folks here at Mirai the Elf. Actually, I got that name from the character that I created in Oblivion. Her name was Mirai. She was a wood elf. And, I actually don't think I've beaten that game yet. But, yeah. Mirai the Elf. And I just kind of went around here because, as you can see, the shopkeepers are gone. This guard's looking at me like I'm crazy. And yes, that is a mod because typically you cannot see through the guards' helms. But I have a mod installed that is open-faced guards, which allows you to actually see the guards' faces, which I really like. And here we're going to find out what happened to this poor bastard who let Ulfric out the gates after he murdered High King Torek. So... sorry, I'm kind of really tired right now. And this is just a test video, so if I yawn, I do apologize. Yeah, this is kind of gruesome, but, it just shows you here that this is the Empire, folks. I mean, this is the true face of the Empire, besides just what you see at Helgen. And this is why I will always be a Stormcloak. I mean, all he did was open a gate, and they're basically saying he's guilty of treason. When they have already, said that this is something that they do, that the challenge was legal. It was a Nord custom, and yet they go ahead and kill him anyway. And the head rolls off, and the eyes, actually, you can't see it in this part.